Is Tokun doing all right? Yes. Oh yes, I forgot. I should probably talk about that, shouldn't I? Yeah. It's off camera. You can't really see it off camera right now, but my toe is doing a-okay. She's splinted up and she's also taped to her neighbor. So it was just to give you the full. Actually, I should start from the beginning. I should start from the beginning. So, picture it, okay? Kaelix, yesterday morning, approximately 24 hours from like now, but yesterday, like 24 hours ago ish. All right, full day in rewind. I get to thinking about 3D stuff. I get really excited. I really look forward to the day that I can do 3D stuff. I'm living off of the high of my previous karaoke stream, and I see people on social media talking about doing things like that in 3D, and that makes me really excited. And so I put in extra work in my usual dance practice than usual. I work a little harder. I punch a little harder. I kick a little harder. I go for a little longer. Because I want to be able to dance when that day does come in the future. And so in my practice, I swing my foot really hard, like really hard with all of my force, all of my passion, and I kick the frame of my bed, which is made of metal, and my pinky toe goes in a direction it's not supposed to go. And I hear a little sound that I won't describe in detail for you. I'll spare you that much. And I'm like, ah, man, that really sucks. Well, that was a freebie. You know. Well, that was a freebie. And then I just walk it off because, you know, I stub my toes all the time. I'm not very coordinated, unfortunately, despite being large. So I'm prone to bumping into things. It happens most often with my arms. I tend to bump my wrist bone into doorknobs and stuff. And it usually just, you know, it'll feel better after a while. So I just go to sleep. And then I wake up, start getting ready for my stream, and it still hurts. And I've read before that the way to know that you didn't just stub your toe and something more happened is that it still hurts after several hours. And it was pretty bad. And it wasn't looking too good either. Thankfully, mobility isn't too bad. Like, I can still spread my toes out and stuff, and I can still bend them too, which is really good. That's really, really good. Usually if you break something, that's the sign that it'll take a lot longer to heal, is that you can't move it as freely as usual. So I canceled my stream. Tears in my eyes. No, I wasn't crying. I didn't cry a single time. I did feel bad about it, though. And then I went to the doctor. It was my first time going to the doctor in a while. I don't know. I don't tend to go to the doctor unless it's an emergency like this. I don't know. I wanted to make sure that it healed normally. I didn't want it to heal in the wrong direction or anything, because that could get in the way of dancing and stuff, or like walking. And they examine it. It felt so silly, right? Because they had all these people and they had all these cool machinery, but it was just the tiniest thing, because it was my pinky toe. It was my pinky toe, the tiniest toe, right? It's the tiniest thing ever, so it's kind of funny, right? It's like they're all making all this fuss, but it's the tiniest little thing. And yeah, they're all examining it, and then radiologists start talking, and it's this whole thing, and then I sit around and wait for an answer for hours. And it is broken, unfortunately, but it's a really tiny break. It's really, really small. And she said that it should heal perfectly after a few weeks. Like 2 or 3 weeks is what she told me, and said that if it worsened that I should come back, but it probably wouldn't. So I win. So all I have to do is replace my splint and the tape every day, and wear this funny boot that she gave me. I saw people misunderstanding. It's not a cast. Thankfully, I don't need a cast. It's not that bad. It's a tiny, tiny break. The bruising was honestly more of an issue than the bone underneath or anything like that. Yeah, it's more like it's kind of like a square shaped sandal. You know what I mean? It's like a sandal, but it's shaped like a square. It's actually kind of swag. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would love to have another one so I could walk around with 2 of these. It's pretty unique. I've not seen this before.
The next day,
I just went to the nearest regular store, like general franchise store. I won't say which one it was, but it's like a chain.
Yeah.
And I walked in like the hour it opened, and they had them, and there was nobody else there except for one guy. There was one guy there who, because you know I broke my toe, so I have to wear my funny boot, and I went in wearing that, thinking like I have to make sure I don't look too pitiful, or else people might like let me get ahead of them, things like that. There was only one other guy who walked in around the same time as me. He saw me. I feel like he profiled me and knew exactly where I was heading at that hour, and he booked it. He went so fast. Like he was jogging to get to the switch before me.
Oh.
And I knew that's what he was doing. And when I got there, when I finally made it, with my limp and all, he was checking his out. He already had it. So he took advantage of it.